Hello and welcome to a brand new Minecraft Bedrock Edition tutorial. How you doing? You right? And today's tutorial is my version 2 raid farm. And while my first farm was designed with truly Bedrock in mind, with the viewing platform way over to the side, it was quite complicated to build with multiple trident killers and then trying to transport all the items into one central location. So I've gone back to the drawing board with this one and designed one that's super easy and super efficient. And as you can see, Ravagers are no problem. There are 2 in there at the moment, and they'll soon get killed off. There you go. So if you fly on up and have a quick look, you can see it's very simple, a lot more simple than the last design. And of course there are plenty of drops to be had as well. Got all the lovely emeralds and the armour that we can smelt down, witch drops, enchanted books, and of course loads of lovely saddles. But if you don't want the saddles, I will show you how we can get rid of the Ravagers. So the materials you'll need for this build are building blocks of your choice, some glass blocks, some leaves, 3 signs, 4 fences or walls will do as well, a minecart with a hopper, a temporary rail, 4 hoppers, a double chest, 2 slabs, 4 pistons, 4 observers, 4 redstone repeaters, 1 piece of soul sand, some water sources, and a few tridents. Okay, so once we've located an outpost, we need to find the spawn spot. And the easiest way to do that is to spam the area with glass panes. You want to do that at head height. Just keep it in between these pillars. And then you want to back away a bit and then just wait for some spawns. So once you've got your spawn spot, just mark it with a contrasting block, like so, and then tear down the outpost. So with the outpost removed, you should be left with the 1 spawn spot there. And then we need to find the northwest corner again. And the easiest way to do that, if you've got coordinates turned on, is to just make sure that the values in the X and the Z coordinates decrease. So we're traveling north there. So just place a temporary block just so you know where north is. And then the same for the X coordinates as well. So now that we know where northwest is, we can carry on with the build. So from the spawn spot, place 3 blocks down. Those 2 are temporary like that. And then extend this out to the north and the west to make a 3 by 3. Like so. And then you can encase this, bring it all the way up to about 2 blocks above the spawn spot. And you can do that all the way around. So from there, place a water source beneath the spawn block and you'll see it flows into the one corner. So place a sign to stop the water and then break that block through. And then place a glass block 2 blocks above the spawn spot. So when the pillagers spawn in, that glass block will push them off the spawn block into the water stream where they'll be carried away and then up to the trident killer, which we'll build now. So from the northwest corner, from this block here, you want to come up 50 blocks to there. And the 50th will actually be a piston, which should be facing south. And then you want to go ahead and make the beginnings of the trident killer, which will be a 4 by 4 ring. Like so. And then you just want to go around and place pistons in the corner like that. With solid blocks on top. observers facing away into the corners. Like so. And for this trident killer, we really want to slow the cycle down as much as we can, because the Ravagers will come down, and if this is moving too quickly, they won't fall into the trident killer properly. They'll bounce around on top of the pistons and then get glitched through the blocks, which isn't very good. We don't really want that. So we want to slow it down as much as we can while still keeping decent rates. So I'm going to use repeaters. Like so. And then we can just stop that there. And then we can set all these repeaters to 2 ticks. Then using leaves, we can make a floor for the trident killer. And then get rid of that temporary block. And then of course you can extend this out to make yourself a little AFK platform. And then break away the block that's below this observer and replace it with a slab or a stair, just so you can collect the XP. So now we can set up the collection. So 2 blocks below the trident killer floor, just place some temporary blocks like that, and then place 4 hoppers. Going straight forward. Delete those temporary blocks and place a double chest on there. And then next you want to take your fence posts. Walls will do as well. You place them in an L shape. Like so. Place a temporary rail on the last hopper, your minecart. Break the rail, and then you want to push that minecart as far into the corner of those fence posts as you can go. You can temporarily break that. Push it right up into the corner. Like so. And so that hopper minecart is now sitting on 4 hoppers. So all of them will be able to collect items. And then you can just encase all this however you see fit. So from here we can create the drop chute and the raid spawning platform from way up there. So we'll take some glass and we'll make a little viewing window like so, and then encase the rest of it with a solid block. And then counting from the floor of the trident killer, we want to extend this all the way up for 20 blocks. So we're on 130 at the moment. There you go, extend this all the way around. Okay, with that done, we can extend this out to create a spawning platform for the raid parties. And this time we want to extend it to the south and to the east, so that it's sort of coming back on top of ourselves. And we want to extend this by 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you want to join those up and fill it all in. From there we want to place a containing wall all the way around. And make this 3 high. And then finish it off with some leaf blocks, just to prevent the spawns. And then you come inside, and from the diagonally opposite corner from the drop chute, you want to come over and place 3 blocks in an L shape like so, and then just fill in the 2 straight edges with water sources. And they should, if I fill that one in, they should just stop at the drop chute, and then you place 1 final water source on top like so. So with that done, we can link this drop chute with the spawn pad that's way down there. And to do that, we're going to break through the block that's next to the edge of the water. And we go up all the way like so. And then we're just going to create a 1 wide chute. And this will be a bubble elevator eventually. And you fill that up. And we can go like so. Get rid of that. And then you just want to extend these 3 all the way down there. And if we've done everything correctly, then this 1 wide chute should line up perfectly with that little hole that we made at the beginning. And then obviously we need to fill the front of it up as well. Okay, so now we need to build the bubble elevator and just connect this up so that the pillagers get dragged into it. So from there you come down 4 blocks like so, and then you extend it into the bubble elevator. Place your soul sand on top, remove that block and replace it with a fence post. And then we can go ahead and fill in this 1 wall. And then we come around the other side and we place signposts directly above the fence post. So we leave a gap, place 1 there and another 1 there, and this will just hold the water back. And then remove the block that's behind the soul sand like so. And you just want to box it around a little bit. So you got a little hole like that. And then you can place a water source on top of the soul sand, and that'll create a current. So you see that pulls us towards there. Then we can close up all the rest of this and then place the final water source into there. And we can test this now. So you see we get pulled up nicely. Completely close that in now, and you can go ahead and get rid of these temporary blocks as well. So back at the top we come back in and we place a sign next to that hole there, and then a sign coming off the side of it, so it should make a little L shape. And we want to place a temporary block on the drop chute and then a water source, and you should see that it stops it there. And then we break that block and we should see that that becomes a bubble elevator. And there you go, the bubbles have started, so that's all good to go. And we're almost ready to start this farm up now. So you place some tridents in the trident killer, 3 or 4 will do. And we can also go ahead and reinforce this trident killer. Place a 3 high wall all the way around. Shouldn't really need it, but just in case the Ravagers or any other mobs glitch through, they'll suffocate. Like I said, it shouldn't happen. I've tested this for days on end and I've not had a single mob glitch through yet. But you know, Bedrock. So, and then obviously don't forget to cover it with leaves to prevent spawns. And while you're at it, just go around and check everywhere else. Make sure there's no areas. Just throw leaves around. Flick that on. And then wait for the spawns. Here they come. Be flying up, we should see them come. Should come up here anytime there. There they go. And they just get dropped straight down into the Trident Killer. And the final step is to create the village. So 12 blocks above the spawning platform. Create some temporary blocks. Place your bed down. And then encase this in leaves. Go ahead and break those blocks. Place a villager inside. And then once he goes to sleep, you can cover him up. So there you go, he's asleep now, so we can just box him in. There you go, he's perfectly happy there, encased in leaves. So now all that's left to do is get your looting sword, stand on the AFK spot and turn this on. And we should get some spawns. Yeah, they're already coming in. There you go. And then once we get a captain, the raid should be triggered immediately. And there we go. The raid's beginning. That's the first wave done. Pretty quick. Really quick, that is. And if you don't want to deal with the saddles, we can easily adjust this so that the Ravagers are killed naturally up here and then they won't drop the saddles. All you have to do is fill in the back corner of the drop chute like so. We'll have to modify that a little bit. Just fill that up and then make it spawn proof. And then replace the edge of this with magma blocks. Like so. And now the normal pillagers and witches and things will be able to fall down. But the Ravager will get stuck and then slowly take damage from the magma blocks. You could also replace this corner with cactus. But it takes a little bit more effort to set it up because obviously we need to eliminate a lot more corners. Like so and like so. Then replace those with non-spawnable blocks. And place the cactus like that. And as you can see, the pillagers can fall straight down, but then the Ravager will get stuck and take damage. But it is fairly slow. Like I said, it will slow the farm down quite considerably. But if you really don't want any saddles, then this is the way to go. Right, so this is a sneaky little ninja edit because I've made a couple of modifications since I've recorded the bulk of this tutorial and I don't really want to go back and redo everything, so I'll just explain these couple of things here. So first off, the wall that surrounds the main spawning pad there is 1 block higher now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the leaf blocks. And at the front of the Trident Killer, where the AFK spot is, extend that slab out to 1 block, and then place solid block next to it and above it. Extend the glass, and then bring the leaf blocks across as well. So that's about it for this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please do leave a like. And if you want to see more, please do subscribe. Got any comments or suggestions, then drop them down below. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.